Don't let someone or something distract you from the ultimate vision, which is where you want to be. Don't let others dictate or influence that path for you. It's your path. Stay focused in it, sit in it, think about what it is you need. And if you're leery about taking that first step, know that joy doesn't come to those that are complacent. Sometimes you have to stretch. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to find
Yeah.
joy. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable, even if it's for a little while. So if you're not quite sure if this is going to help your lifestyle in the beginning, and it will in the end, maybe. But if it's for you, it's for you. It will be for you. And you'll know that right away. I just would encourage any potential franchisees thinking about stepping into this space is to take a moment, find your why, stay focused in it, and don't let up. Don't let up.
Yo, 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 this is the Streetwise podcast. We're here to help you level up your game, level up your leadership, and level up your life. I'm your host, Matthew McReynolds. I'm a multi-brand franchisee, and I'm a franchise consultant, which means I help people find, launch, and build their ideal franchise business. Our main goal is to help you get off of zero and become the person that your dreams need you to be. Buckle up, get your popcorn ready. Let's go. All right, Streetwise Nation. Today we got Jamie Dawson, franchisee of DryBar, with us today. Miss Jamie, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. I am really excited to have you on the show. I love talking to franchisees. I love hearing their backstory. So tell me about it. You guys are getting ready to
Mm.
launch DryBar. Now, correct me, this is the first location that you guys are opening up, correct?
I am the first location under my LLC. I'm an independently owned franchisee under the WellBiz brands, which is a suite of products, including DryBar. DryBar is a franchise option that's pretty well known here in the DFW area.
Yeah.
Has been around for quite some time, started by Allie Webb over a decade ago. And she started as a very small business for herself, and it just exploded. The concept of the blowout, the 45-minute blowout, really caught on, began in California and then spread like wildfire. So I signed on as a franchisee in 2023 here in the DFW area, opening in Allen. I'm a multi-unit franchisee, so I've got three options here that I can play with. My first being in Allen, Fairview area here, opening May 10th.
Beautiful. Okay. So I'm very familiar with DryBar. I am mixed. I'm biracial. My mom's
Mm-hmm.
black, my dad's white, and my wife is mixed, and she's one of five sisters, and so we are very familiar with the DryBar process. What was it about the brand that attracted you to pick
Mm.
this one? At all the franchises out there, what brought you to
Curious you should
DryBar?
ask. Curious you should ask. So I as well am biracial, and the thing about this textured hair that we have, this curly thing on top of our head, we get the
Yeah.
best of both. We get the best of both, but sometimes it's a little
Amen.
temperamental. When I was in college, I went to Temple University in Philadelphia, and
Okay.
in Philadelphia, the culture in Philadelphia, there's a very high Dominican culture. And there's a lot of independently owned salons, Dominican salons that do what do you call it, like a Brazilian blowout, but it's a Dominican blowout, right? And I went for the first time with a friend of mine. We just tried it out. At the time I was playing volleyball, I couldn't do my hair. I was just kind of wearing ponytails all the time, and we were going someplace fun. So let's go get this blowout. And we went to the Dominican salon. And when I tell you that experience was like butter, it was like butter. My hair, I was like, I had never had a blowout like that before. And I was like, oh my
Life
gosh,
changing.
like I'm flipping my hair, I'm doing all these things. I'm like, oh my God, like I feel like, who
Feeling
is this
yourself.
person? Who is this
Yeah.
person? So it caught on really fast, and it was like I was like an addict. I had to get a blowout all the time. I had to get my hair blown out for any occasion. When I moved to Texas, of course, us curly girls, this humidity is not always favorable. So I said, I
Yeah,
got to
yeah, yeah,
find some
yeah.
place to do a blowout. I got to find some place to get my hair blown out. Well, I stumbled on DryBar. I was like, oh, let me check it out. Let me see, what it's about. I stumbled on DryBar, and I sat in that chair, and it was the closest thing I could get to a Dominican blowout, but it was perfect. They gave me a lot of different choices. The stylists were really great. The atmosphere was electric. They play music, you watch a movie, they serve you a little champagne.
All
It was
right.
just, it was very, in my eyes, it was the atmosphere and it was the experience that I had as a client in the chair that really, really sold me. Shortly thereafter, I became a barfly, and that is the membership service of the business where you buy in to a barfly package, and basically you sign on and can get free blowouts and go monthly. Those are the folks that go every week, maybe a couple times a month, become these barflies. And so I really got in, and decades, a decade later, I was a barfly, and I was doing this on a consistent basis. And I thought to myself, at one point, transitioning one as a single mom, in a corporate lifestyle. I've got a corporate job, coming out of COVID really is what changed me, because during COVID, I got to prepare meals for my kids. I got to stay home and do homework, and we spend real
Wow.
quality time together. And it was those formidable teenage years that I just said, I want to be present. I want to be able to do this with my kids as a single mom. I'm their parent, right? I want to be around. And so there was a flip in me, or a switch in me that just flipped, and it just became, I need a franchise, and I fell right back to DryBar because it was what I knew. It was the experience that I believed in. It was the brand that I knew would sell, because every time somebody gets in the chair, it is addicting, and that experience is addicting. And I just like the atmosphere that is created in the DryBar stores. Every single shop that you go into, it's consistent. You have a consistent experience. You have a consistent welcome. There's a consistent vibe. The product line is amazing. It's available in Ulta Beauty and all these other places and these outlets, Nordstrom's. You have access. It's accessible. So if you sit in the chair and you have a conversation with your stylist, and you're talking about hair care, and you're talking about how to keep your hair healthy and to maintain styles, they're going to school you on, what you could probably do. And then you're going to be able to go find it and do it at home. And so it just creates a different vibe for women, especially women that are busy and don't have a whole lot of time. So I just believed in the brand. I believed in the concept. I experienced the concept, and I knew it was something that would resonate for a lot of women like myself.
What's going on, everybody? I hope you're liking the conversation this far. Please take a moment, give it a 5-star review. It really helps spread this out to as many people as possible. All right, let's get back to the episode. What a beautiful story, and how
Yeah.
organic. It's cool that you found
Yeah.
it so organically and fell right into it. You kind of already explained this, but I want to dive
Hmm.
in. So you come from the corporate
Hmm.
realm. What was that previous life like? You said,
Hmm.
through COVID, you were able to be at home with the kids, and it was the lifestyle that you wanted to hold on to. You didn't want to
Hmm.
lose, and becoming a franchise owner is allowing you to maintain that lifestyle that you gained through COVID, which to many
Hmm.
people seemed like, and it was a terrible time for the majority of folks, but it's cool to see something beautiful that came out of it. But
Hmm.
I'm super interested in, maybe like your skill set.
Hmm.
What were you doing before that maybe is going to help translate
Hmm.
into the role that you're taking on now?
So I hold a master's of business administration with a concentration in management. So I was a leader of people. I was a people
Let's
manager.
go.
And
Yeah.
I was the director of marketing and business development for a U.S. law firm. I had 11 offices in the U.S., over 30 people that reported up to me, leveraged client experience, branding, sponsorships, things that we did day to day to kind of bring business revenue into the firm. Worked very closely with attorneys. So I was used to, high profile personalities. I was used to client centric approaches to business development. I was a marketer. I did all those things, but at the core of it, I was a leader. So I was a motivator of
Nice.
people. And in my day job, I learned some very critical skills around empathy, around leadership, around extending the client centric culture so that others can believe and be champions of that culture to make your business thrive and execute. So those were things that I think were very critical skill sets that really moved the needle for me in this transition, because as a franchisee, you are going in pretty blind. But I will say one thing about a lot of franchise partnerships out there, and specifically about WellBiz brands, they do create an infrastructure to guide you along the way. But it's what you bring to the table as a franchisee to help make your business your own. And for me, it was the leadership. some of the core principles that I wanted was to build a culture in my shop. I wanted to empower leaders in my shop. I wanted to
Let's go.
extend this idea of being client first and client forward. And I think those are soft skills for anybody. That's, a listening skill. That's something that you need in any business, any industry.
Amen.
A relatable skill. It's a soft skill, right? You need to be able to connect with people. So I think that was important for me to kind of transition out of corporate into this world of franchising, because it's more than just the profitability and the revenue and the dollars. I sat down with WellBiz and I said, I want to be a part of this culture, and I want to have an impact in how we're extending this footprint across the US and now internationally. Bars open up across the country, so and globally. So there's a lot of opportunity for development in that brand.
Yo, thanks for listening this far. It's at this point in the episode that I want to talk about Streetwise franchising, teaching, training, building. Streetwise franchising. As a franchise consultant, it's my job, it's my absolute pleasure, and it's my mission to help aspiring entrepreneurs find, launch, and build their ideal business. I've been a franchise owner for almost a decade. I know what it means to struggle. I know what it means to build a team. If you're ready to get off of zero, if you're ready to build something for yourself, visit streetwisefranchising.com. Let's get the conversation started. Don't wait until tomorrow to build your future. It starts today. Streetwise franchising. Stay humble, stay hungry, stay streetwise. Let's get back to the episode. Wow, I'm so excited you're opening up in the Allen market right down the street from me. And it's really cool to hear just you talk about your background and where you came from, because I didn't come from that background. I was right out of college. I went into inner city to coach and to teach. And then I did that for about 4 or 5 years, and then went into entrepreneurship and owning a franchise. And so all the skills that you talk about in years and years of stacking bricks and growing as a leader and as a person is definitely going to do you justice. And man, it'd be great to work for somebody like you. I'm sure of it. So tell me about, we got Mother's Day coming up, and you're talking about being a single mom. And I have so much respect for moms in general, but I cannot imagine being a single parent trying to raise some kids. I mean, I have a hard enough time just doing it with somebody. How
Yeah.
were you forced to pick yourself up, and what did you have to do personally to work on yourself to fill that role when, you didn't have a choice, lights were on?
And yeah, life hands you some things sometimes. Unfortunately for my situation, I'm a widow, so it wasn't a decision that we made to part
Wow.
ways. It was a decision made for me. So I had to quickly, um, pick my boots up and decide, do I
Yeah,
want to be a victim or do I want to be positioned? And I really felt like, you could do one of two things and take approaches one or two ways. I'm fortunate to have a very strong network of women around me. I belong to a sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and so
let's
my
go.
network and my sisterhood really did help me, lift me up. My line sisters, my chapter sorors, and really provided that cushion for me to be able to sit in and sit back and see the vision. And I knew ultimately the goal was to raise very strong minded, independent, forward thinking women, and I did not want them to be victims of a circumstance. I wanted them to see it as an opportunity and learn some very critical life skills that will help, move them or propel them forward in their careers for years ahead. It's a very hard thing to do when you talk about being a single mom. I know lots of them, and you know, the one thing that I think is consistent around single moms is this ability to multitask. We have to be, the magician of balance. And sometimes that means there's some sacrifices. So, kind of serendipitously, yeah, I don't have time to wash my own hair. I'll go have somebody do it for me, right? But like
Yeah.
at the same time, I also wanted to show my girls that, what, we can do this ourselves. We can do this ourselves, and we can create a plan, and we can see the vision, and whatever comes to us, from there is just the icing on the cake. But it was important for me to be a role model. It was important to me to show that, we're not, um, we're not byproducts of our circumstance. We are positioned sometimes, and life gives us things to show us different opportunities and put us in a different path. And I hope that, throughout, it's been now, almost 10 years since I lost my husband. In that past, I've touched so many women with my story. I've touched so many women with just my vision. Um, I've helped, lead some really important folks to their leadership goals and propelling them in their careers and just showing some resiliency and showing some perseverance. That was very important to me. Fortitude is something that I strive on, just being able to really sit in your strength a little bit. It's okay to be down. It's okay to have days where you don't want to get out of bed. You want to throw on Housewives and watch TV all day, drink a little
Yeah.
vino. That's okay. You should be allowed to
Yeah.
do that, but let's not make
Mm.
that a pattern. Let's find ways to really find motivation and pull ourselves forward, because no one's going to do that for you. No one's going to come save you. You got to save yourself in when it's all said and done.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that
Of
story.
course. Oh, of course.
My my wife and I lost our daughter our in 2019. My wife was 38
Mm,
weeks pregnant, and
mm,
we don't know what happened. It happened to us. We had to make
yeah.
that choice too. Are we going to be victims, or are we going to pick ourselves up and move forward? And
Hmm.
I've come to believe that through our pain we understand other people better because we can resonate with their pain, but our pain also leads us to our purpose. And I'm curious, how has your why adapted? I can see that you have been able to channel it and you want to help people, and I can tell you're very ambitious and
Mm.
you're a very strong individual. But has your why changed over the years on what it is that you're trying to build outside of lifestyle and being around your family? I mean, is there a bigger picture for your personal legacy at this point?
For sure. I mean, I think that continues to evolve. If you're not continuing to evolve in the wise and taking on new experiences and taking on new perspectives and continuing to change that and move that needle, sometimes you can get complacent and kind of seeing, okay,
Yeah.
I've done it, I'm done, I'm comfortable, I'm at the peak, I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I've never been that creature. I've never been the person who checks the box and just stays still. And that's even before anything, had happened to me in my life. I feel like I've always wanted to be moving forward, looking on to the next. I was very focused even as a youngster. Like, I was very focused in what I wanted. I got good grades. I was propelled to really succeed. And I think that's also a characteristic that you find in most franchisees, that people that are always looking to be challenged, because that's part of life too. You want to continue to grasp the next challenge. And for me, the why is more or less just how do I keep improving? How do I keep improving where I'm at? I don't claim to know everything. Even coming out of my corporate job, I'm not going to claim to bring this into to DryBar and say I'm a leader. I'm a director. I know what I'm talking about. I pulled my team together initially and I said, listen, I'm not a licensed cosmetologist. That's why you're here. You're the experts. We do this
That's good.
collectively. This is a collective effort. Everyone in the
Yeah.
building needs to champion this. This is all ours. We need to all appreciate and be a part of this. And everybody plays a part in that from start to finish. As soon as somebody walks in the shop, they're greeted at the front desk, to when they sit down at the wash station, to when they get their towel picked up. Every single person has a part to play in this process, and it's very important that people realize that. That's my why, and that's what's important to me. I feel like, this business, and even, franchising itself, you are in a driver's seat to really create culture, to really empower people, to really set a tone, to set a precedence, to create your core values of what you want your business to represent, and to really extend that to the next and bring people under the umbrella that, believe in those same qualities. So that, to me, and maybe that's I don't know, I come from a legacy of teachers. My grandmother was a teacher, my sister's a teacher. Like, maybe that's the teacher in my blood, but I just feel
Yeah.
like there's always there's always for me a learning component in all of this, and I want it to be able to extend that to those coming in.
Gosh, I couldn't have said it better myself. And I also come from a line of teachers. I got something on this wall right here. Teacher takes the hand, opens the mind, and touches the heart. And this was actually my grandma's. And when
Mm.
she passed away, I claimed it was one of the things that I claimed, and I keep it in my office. Any office I ever have will have this too. So it's really special. How has the launch process been? So we're launching our first location in Allen very soon. Tell me about it. How's the process been ramping up from you decide you want to get into DryBar to now? Show me some timeline here.
It's been a process, Matt. I'm telling you, it's been a process. I know more about the construction process than I ever wanted to know. I think I can go build a dozen
Okay.
houses at this point.
Yeah.
I think, we're finally at the home stretch. We've got our,
Okay.
occupancy letters ready to go. Next week, May 6th, we launch into demo week, and the store is open. We'll have our sign going up next week. We've got all of our chairs together, so everything is in place. Stocking shelves this weekend, but next week we're going to be seeing some hair models come in and doing some demo stylists. Our stylists doing some demos on some of our models. And then on Thursday, May 9th, we are hosting a soft opening, which I invite you and your wife to, from 4
Come on.
to 8 on Thursday, May 9th. Our soft opening will basically detail us kind of going through the demo mold. People get to see the shop before the public, before the public lays eyes on us. They get to meet our stylists. They get to demo some of our product. We'll do some dry styling, and talk a little bit about what it means to be a Barfly member to some of those folks coming in the door. It's really important to me because I want this shop to be a community feel. It's in Allen. It's in a community that I think, it's in my backyard. It's in your backyard. I want people to be close to it. So I wanted to invite our community in first before it's open to the public for everyone else. Our app is live. Our app has launched on Friday, so appointments are available. People can go and grab seats. But we officially open our doors for business on Friday, May 10th. We are super excited. Appointments starting at 7 a.m. and we'll be going till 8 p.m. Friday and all throughout Mother's Day weekend. Right now we're running a promotion for our Mother's Day special. You can buy a gift card and you get $20 off. So it's kind of a really fun way to treat mom on Mother's Day if they want to come in the shop. So
So I will be doing that 100%. Thank you. Thank you for that. Now, what about the guys? Like not everybody's like me. I got a lot going on. It's tied back right
yeah,
now. You may have seen it at the chamber. I'm not
yeah.
going to release it to the wild, but I mean, is there anything for me? Like, can I, can
Yes,
I, can
the
I sit in a
guys.
chair too?
You absolutely
Yeah,
can. Listen, if you've got hair, you can get in the chair. Get the hair in the
there we
chair.
go.
Absolutely.
Get the hair in the chair.
Get the hair in the chair. We offer everything. You can do a blowout, but you can also do like a deep conditioning treatment, scalp
Oh, need
massages.
that.
Yes, we have a crown tonic that is amazing. So there are things that we can do for the guys, that definitely are worth you getting in the chair right alongside of your wife. I think she would appreciate that actually,
Yeah.
and give you a nice blowout. We also do braids. We've got girls that braid. So if you want to
No way.
if you want to get blowed out and braid it up, we can do that as well. So lots of fun things. I will add that, all of our stylists are licensed cosmetologists, and a lot of our stylists do have side businesses. They do have, uh, opportunities on the side. So if people are looking to get cut or color, they can talk to their stylist and do that on the side. That is not something that DryBar does. We are just blowouts, no cuts, no color, just blowouts. But if you wanted to, talk to a stylist within the shop and, if that's something that they can do for you, they can do that on the side for you in their shop.
Golly, I love it. I'm so glad I asked that question. I wasn't going
Yeah,
to.
I'm
It just
glad you
kind of
asked it
popped up.
too. Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah,
that. So, okay.
yeah.
Now, I told you this beforehand. You're breaking my heart that we got to cut this short, but I want to respect your time, and I am so thankful that you hopped on with me today. It's been really cool getting to talk to you. So this is my last official
Mm,
question unless something else comes up.
okay,
And I ask this to everybody, and I
okay.
always love the organic and different answers that people give me. But just close your eyes. You don't have to close your eyes. Imagine somebody, maybe it's your 16, 17-year-old self. Maybe it's a single mom. Maybe it's somebody who's been in corporate America and they know they need to make a shift, but they're a little
Yeah.
afraid. Maybe something happened to them and now they're out of their element and they know they need to make a shift, they need to make a change, and
Mm,
they just don't know how to take that first step off of zero. How do
mm,
you encourage that person and coach that person up to take the step and to do the thing that they know they already need to do?
That's a great question. You know, I would encourage that person to stay focused. What is your
Mm,
long-term goal? Where do you want to
come
be?
on.
Don't let someone or something distract you from the ultimate vision, which is where you want to be. Don't let others kind of dictate or influence that path for you. It's your path, so stay focused in it, sit in it, think about what it is you need. And if you're leery about taking that first step, know that, you know, joy doesn't come to those that are complacent. Sometimes you have to stretch. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to find
Yeah.
joy. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable, even if it's for a little while. So if you're not quite sure if this is going to help your lifestyle in the beginning, and it will in the end, maybe. But if it's for you, it's for you. It will be for you, and you'll know that right away. I just would encourage, any potential franchisees thinking about stepping into this space is to, take a moment, find your why, and stay focused in it, and don't let up. Don't let up.
Man, thank you so much. That was an amazing answer. You are amazing. So impressive. I cannot wait until you are open. Believe me, I got a squad and we are all coming.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
We are
I
all
love it.
coming. Well, you heard it here. They got a big opening Friday, May 10th. That means I need to get this episode out before then. And golly, just if you're ready to get off of zero, man, I hope this helped. Listen to this twice, share it with somebody. But until next
Yes.
time, stay humble, stay hungry, stay streetwise.
Hey,
Peace.
Matthew. Peace, love, and blowouts, y'all.
Let's go. All right, everybody, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for making it to the end. Hey, if this episode added any value to your life at all, please like it, share it, give me a 5-star review. It's the only way that this show is going to gain traction and help more people achieve their dreams. If you're ready to start your franchise journey, visit streetwisefranchising.com. Let's set up a time to talk. Hit me up on LinkedIn. Until next time, stay humble, stay hungry, stay streetwise. Peace.